Phil's Creepy Vids. Hey there, horror fans, it's your buddy Phil here, and I'm back at you today with another video. This is the Blu-rays I have recently picked up. So, I have recently picked up some Blu-rays. I'm going to go through them and show them, talk a bit about each one, and that's about it. So I hope you like this video. I hope everybody out there is having a great day today. And let's get into it. First off, we have Beware the Blob. Finally picked this one up. It's been out for quite a while. Larry Hagman's actually in this one. 1972, also known as Son of Blob. It says newly remastered in HD, and I mean this Blu-ray does look incredible. The Blob returns more outrageous than ever in this 1972 sequel to the popular sci-fi classic. Plenty of familiar faces including Robert Walker, Larry Hagman, Sid Haig, early Sid Haig movie, Burgess Meredith, Dick Van Patten, Godfrey Cambridge, Marlene Clark, Cindy Williams, Carol Linney, whole bunch of people. A geologist brings home an unusual frozen piece of debris from the North Pole, but when it accidentally thaws, the hungrier than ever Blob comes to life again. So basically, the Blob, you all know about it. It's the Blob. But really good. Larry Hagman from Dallas fame's in this one. I liked this one, so check it out if you haven't already. Next, I picked up the new Terminator Dark Fate. I know it's not horror, but pretty much I was okay with this one. It's kind of a retelling of Terminator 2, just replacing a few of the main characters. You do have Linda Hamilton and Arnold Schwarzenegger back, and you get to see Arnold turn into a Terminator yet again. And Linda Hamilton kicks some ass. But yeah, I was okay with this. This is Terminator Dark Fate, the new Terminator from the people that make Terminators, James Cameron, etc., etc. And it comes with deleted and extended scenes, behind the scenes, featurettes, over an hour of bonus content. So jam-packed Terminator Dark Fate Blu-ray, check it out. Next, I picked up Toys Are Not for Children, and this is more of a drama. I thought it was more of a horror when I picked it up. It was kind of a blind buy for me, but it was more of a drama. It has this girl who has sexual issues with toys and has to work at a toy store, and she has daddy issues. It was a weird movie, but I mean, it is what it is. It's grim, quirky, and strangely affecting in equal measure, building to a haunting and devastating climax that lingers long after the credits roll. I don't really know about that, but Toys Are Not for Children. So that's from Arrow, and like I said, this was just okay for me. Not a horror movie by any means. Next, we have The Hearse. I finally picked this up. This is from Vinegar Syndrome, and I really enjoyed this one. It has to do with this woman that moves to a house, and it used to be her aunt's house. Nobody in the town will really have anything to do with her, and turns out that her aunt was a witch, and all of a sudden there's this ghostly hearse following her around town. So I really liked it. Jane Hardy, a recently divorced teacher from San Francisco, decides to spend the summer at the large old country home willed to her by her aunt. However, upon arriving in the sleepy town where her aunt lived, she's met with hostility from the locals and slowly begins to discover her aunt's dark connections to witchcraft and the occult, all the while being menaced by a large black hearse that mysteriously drives near her house in the dead of night. So yeah, if you have not seen The Hearse, look into it. I highly recommend this one. I really enjoyed it. And like I said before, Vinegar Syndrome put that out, so that's the hearse. And it was made in 1980, so it's an old one. Excuse me. Next, from Scream Factory, we have the collector's edition of Pet Sematary 2. So this is an upgrade for me from my old DVD. I don't know whether the DVD is worth much anymore, but I don't think it's like out of print or anything. But you got a new 4K scan of the original camera negative, and this thing looks glorious on Blu-ray. New audio commentary with director Mary Lambert, new interview actor Edward Furlong, theatrical trailer, and more. So Pet Sematary 2, and I believe the inside has the original cover art that my DVD has. But yeah, so glad that this finally got a Blu-ray release. A lot of people hate this movie. I personally like this movie. Not as good as part one, obviously, but I really like Edward Furlong in this movie. And I forget the name of the cop. Clancy Brown. Yeah, Clancy Brown. I think that's him. But he's really good in this movie. But Pet Sematary 2, I know most of you have seen it, but if you haven't, give it a watch now that it's out on glorious 4K Blu-ray. Next one I picked up is Pigs. This is another one from Vinegar Syndrome. And this is a crazy movie. This lady basically escapes from an insane asylum and drives through the country, stops at this kind of store / motel. This movie actually really reminded me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Eaten Alive. It's got that same kind of gritty film grain to it. It's filmed in 1973, so same year as Texas Chainsaw. But anyways, so she moves to this town, and this guy who runs the motel has a pen with 12 wild pigs in it. And he tells her basically this story about how his pigs got a hold of a human and had the human flesh, and now they won't eat the normal pig food, they demand human flesh. So the lady that escaped from the insane asylum becomes a prostitute and starts killing the guy she's with. So she gets the guy that owns the hotel to help dispose of the bodies by feeding them to the pigs. This is a really good psychological horror film. It's got claustrophobic camera work and a really good score. So yeah, if you're in the mood for gritty, kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel, the movie Pigs is highly recommended by me, so look into it. It's region free, A, B, and C, from the good old folks at Vinegar Syndrome. Next, another one that's not horror, but I did have to pick up Hudson Hawk on Blu-ray. I believe this is the first time it's been on Blu-ray. Bare bones Blu-ray I don't even think it comes with the trailer. You just basically pop it in and it starts playing. This is one of those so bad it's good movies for me. I used to watch this a lot as I was when I was younger. I think it came out, I was 15, 16 years old, somewhere around there. But you've got Bruce Willis, Danny Aiello. They're kind of so back in the past, Leonardo da Vinci basically made a machine that turned like normal rocks into gold. So he's like, nobody can get their hands on this machine, so he breaks up the pieces and hides them all over the world. And so fast forward to present day, people found out about the machine. They're trying to get their hands on these pieces to make the gold machine work again. And you have Bruce Willis and Danny Aiello kind of trying to thwart their plan. But yeah, crazy movie. Hudson Hawk got panned at the theater when it first came out. But yeah, I really am a big fan of Bruce Willis, and I really like Danny Aiello as well. So for me, Hudson Hawk is a win. I always enjoy this flick. but it's not for everybody. Next, we have a double Grindhouse feature, Don't Look in the Basement and Don't Open the Door. I did watch these. It took a while for me to get through them, and I gotta be honest, they really weren't for me. They're basically, you know, the old drive-in exploitation flicks. Don't Look in the Basement. This gory little chiller takes place in an experimental hospital for the criminally insane, where the creative thinking director allows several inmates to act out their psychotic delusions. It's kind of all over the place with that one. And Don't Open the Door, in this effective low-budget cult classic, a dutiful granddaughter goes home to take care of her dying grandmother. Once there, she finds herself trapped inside the house with a homicidal maniac, and all hell breaks loose. I mean, they are what they are. They're Grindhouse double features. If you're into this sort of thing, give it a go, but for me it was kind of a painful, long, difficult, boring watch. I'm used to better, really. But yeah, Don't Look in the Basement and Don't Open the Door. Next, we have The Freak Maker. This came from Diabolic DVD. This was a special edition order, so it comes with your featurette, commentary, audio interview, trailers, still gallery, and isolated score. It stars pre-Halloween Donald Pleasance. And I mean, what other movie can you see Donald Pleasance get eaten by a gigantic Venus flytrap? But yeah, The Freak Maker. There's the cover art. Stars Tom Baker of Doctor Who fame. And you get some collector cards, just a reprint of what's on the slipcover, and then a reprint of what's on the actual Blu-ray art. That's Tom Baker there. And then you get some lobby cards with it as well. And there's the said Venus flytrap. But yeah, crazy movie. It has to do with people working at a sideshow, and Donald Pleasance is a scientist that's combining human DNA with plant DNA and making kind of mutants. And basically the people that work at the sideshow interfere with the creation of these mutants that are walking around. And Tom Baker is in huge makeup in this movie through the whole movie. I give him props for going through all that makeup application before his scenes. And he does sport the Doctor Who hat and the trench coat in this movie. So this was before Doctor Who. I wonder if he just ported it over from this movie. This was 1974, so great work on Diabolic DVD for bringing us The Freak Maker. If you haven't already seen this one, guys, definitely check it out. It's highly recommended. Next, we have Body Parts, starring Jeff Fahey and Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif is amazing in this movie. Bill is a criminal psychologist who loses his arm and nearly his life in a grisly car accident. A daring medical operation follows in which a donor's arm is successfully grafted onto Bill's body, but after the operation, the arm starts to take on violent life of its own, striking out against Bill's wife and children. Consumed by fears about his dangerous behavior, Bill is driven to learn the donor's identity and makes a horrifying discovery that delivers him into a world of unimaginable terror. So yeah, Body Parts, this is an upgrade from my old DVD. I'll probably keep that DVD, but yeah, this is an insane movie, Body Parts. You definitely need to check it out, and if not only for Brad Dourif's performance in this, but Jeff Fahey is really good in this too, and the special effects in this are top notch. So yeah, Body Parts, check it out. And last but not least, I did get my copy of My Bloody Valentine from Scream Factory. This is the new collector's edition. I did get the box with the extra slipcover and the 2 lenticular posters, or lithographs, sorry. But yeah, new 4K scan of the original camera negative on this, guys, and this looks beautiful. The director's cut scenes, they've kind of spliced back into the movie. They've cleaned those all up, so now you can't really see the jumps like you could on the previous Blu-ray of this. And yeah, on Valentine's Day, someone always loses their heart. 20 years ago, this small town lost more than that when supervisors abandoned their posts to attend the town's annual holiday dance. A tragedy claimed the lives of 5 minors. The sole survivor, Harry Warden, was institutionalized but returned for a vengeful massacre on the disaster's first anniversary. If you haven't seen My Bloody Valentine, the original, guys, you're missing out. This came out in 1981. So, yeah, and this is the new Scream Factory with the gorgeous new artwork. Like I said, I do have the alternative slipcover for this as well. But yeah, My Bloody Valentine, new Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Definitely give this one a go, guys. Highly recommend that one. But I'm losing my voice, as you can tell. Thanks for sticking through to the end of this video. And I hope everybody out there is having a great day, watching some good horror movies. And yeah, hopefully you'll come back and see me on my next video. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you're not subbed to my channel and you love great horror content, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to be notified every time I post a new video. And that's my time. Thanks for yours. Have a great one, guys. Peace!
So if you guys like that video, comment down below, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in Phil's next video. Peace!